Hi guys, so today we're gonna be looking at what is momentum and how can we calculate momentum. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. So momentum is the product of an object's mass and its velocity, right? The product refers to multiplication. That's why you can write it like this in words. Momentum is equals to mass times velocity, right? In a formula form, you will put it like this: P, which stands for momentum, is equals to m times v, right? And the units of momentum is kilograms meters per second, right? So momentum actually tells you how easy or difficult it is to stop a moving object. So for example, I can say an object, it has a momentum, is moving at a momentum of maybe 50 kilograms per second, right? And another object, another car, sorry, is moving at a velocity, at a momentum of 30 kilograms meters per second, right? Now, comparing these two cars, I'd say it will be much more difficult to stop this car because it has it has a momentum that is greater than this other car that's moving at a momentum of 30 kilograms meters per second, right? So again, what we need to know is that momentum is a vector, right? Momentum is a vector, and this means that momentum has both magnitude and and direction right? Which means I cannot just say a car is moving at a momentum of 50 kilograms meters per second. I must say it's moving at a momentum of 50 kilograms meters per second to the right or to the left or up or down, so you include direction, right? And we are dealing with what we call linear momentum. Linear momentum just means that we are dealing with momentum in a linear or on a straight line, right? Like this car here, I know it's a bit messy, but this car is moving on the road, right, on a straight line. We are not dealing with objects moving on a curved surface like this. We are not dealing of this kind of momentum, but on a straight line, right? So let's look at how we can use this formula to calculate momentum. Let's look at this example, which says that a truck of mass 2000 kilograms is traveling at a velocity of 15 meters per second. And then the question says determine the momentum of the truck, right? So now let's answer this question. The most important thing when answering the question is to underline the data, right? What you are given the mass of this truck, which is 2000 kilograms, and its velocity, right? We also underline it, which is 15 meters per second. Now they say determine the momentum of the truck, right? So what you'll do, you go to the formula of momentum, right? The formula of momentum is P is equals to mv. We looked at it here, right? So P is the momentum, right? P is the momentum. We want the momentum. So to calculate momentum, it's the mass multiplied by the velocity, right? So we're just going to substitute into this equation. Your mass is 2000 and the track is 15 meters per second. You can include the units at the end and then you will get your answer, right? And then the units will be kilograms meters per second, right? And I said that momentum includes both magnitude and direction, right? So here we are supposed to have a direction, but like since direction was not included in the statement, actually the question should be saying calculate the magnitude, the magnitude of the track. So this part here, it's the magnitude, and what comes here is the direction. The direction comes after the magnitude, right? So if this truck was traveling to the right, then we will say the momentum is whatever you got here, kilograms meters per second to the right? That will be your direction. But when they only say calculate, determine the magnitude, which means they don't need the direction, the magnitude of momentum, right? So you don't need to include the direction, but yeah.